Hi guys! I am pretty aware my last video's voice were really low, and that was because I was super nervous for obvious reasons. It's the first time I'm putting out there something in my own name. So before I start with this video, I'm just gonna give you a quick story on why I started traveling. So in my family, traveling was a big no. And for me, whenever there's a big no, I'm super curious and rebel, and I want to try to do it, I guess. So it wasn't like, oh, Sandra loved traveling and then she had a passion for it, for adventure and seeing new places, meeting new people. I won't lie, I did fall in love with it, but that was not the starting point. It was definitely the fact that I wasn't allowed to go alone. So I'm going to share with you 4 to 5 points on how I convinced my parents to let me travel. Be financially independent. This is super important. Point number 2, start with group travels. I know it's a big task in itself to just convince your parents to let you travel in a group, but this is how I started. It wasn't that hard because I started with university groups, or that's what I call maybe. That kind of helps them listen up about the idea that yes, she is growing up and she is going to start traveling. So it was a huge step for me too to start just with group travel. So before I started traveling solo, I had 3 group travels prior that. So they were pretty much okay with the idea. So point number 3, be responsible. Always be responsible, not just while traveling. Show your parents that you are capable of doing things and you are more than just what they see. So for me, it was super important to convince them that I'm just not a naive girl. So I started working at a very young age. My first job, I believe, was at university. At my university, I worked at the student service office and I used to get 20 dirhams per hour, and it was a big deal because I used to get around 1,200 dirhams minimum per month, which was amazing for me. So I didn't have to take pocket money from my family. I could buy my own food, I could buy my own clothes, I could buy anything I wanted. So that was a huge step for me. Moving on, point number 4, while traveling, always keep them posted. Have a family group, post pictures of where you are, what you're doing, whether you have gone to sleep, whether you reached. It was super important for me to keep them updated, and it's something I wanted to do myself. It was not forced upon. So we started with that. I'm gonna wrap this video quickly up. This is gonna be the last rule or point. Well, introduce your parents to dear Eileen. She was the reason I had the strength to face my parents. Video call, should women do this? And it was super inspiring for me, and I showed these videos to my parents. In fact, it was not like I showed them one day and then they were completely okay with it. I had to keep repeating this video for months. I think it took more than a year, I'm not really sure. But just show them all the time. And while showing them, like I said, please be responsible the whole while, not just while traveling or not just to travel, but be super true to yourself. Because if you're not going to be true to yourself, I don't think there's any point in doing anything really, because that's just my opinion. So of course, be true to yourself, be responsible, and show dear Nadine's video every time. Just keep showing them and subconsciously register it within them, and they will be okay with it, hopefully. You never know. So these are the 5 things I did to convince my parents. And when I say my parents, they are strict Catholic Malayali family settled in Dubai. So that's a more burden kind of thing, settling in Dubai, because your kids shouldn't stray away because communities would say something else. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I don't want to get into that topic, but these are the 5 things I did to convince my parents to let me travel. So I really hope it does help you guys. I'm not sure. And I do understand we are going through a difficult time right now and traveling is not even an option. But this is my story on how I convinced my parents, and I hope you learn, get inspired, and hope I hear some nice stories from it. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Please do let me know in the comments below if you do like contents like this. I am working on my talking. I do want to appear as a more confident person. It's just super awkward for me to just look at the camera, and this is not even like the front camera, it's like the back camera, so I cannot even see my face properly. So I don't know if you guys see my chin, my nose. Do I go down, do I go side? I'm not sure. I don't even know if my hair is like, you know, sprung out or any of that. So the only editing you're going to be seeing is I'm going to just add in some gif while I'm talking, because I don't want you looking at my face all the time, and I'm sure my nose is annoying you, but what to do. So until next time guys, please do like, subscribe, and do all of those things. I'm sure you guys know. Please do support. I do want to make this a huge community. That's my ultimate goal. I want to share a lot of my personal experiences, and for that I need to build up my confidence, like I said in the start. So please bear with me. The first few videos are going to be like this, but I am going to learn. I am learning. It's going to be a learning journey for me, so please do support. Until, like, you know, subconsciously they alone. And I understand for Indian parents especially, so I'm going to tell you guys how I convinced my Catholic. So I'm going to wrap this video quickly up. This is going to be the last